I'm always excited to talk to the building team and to be here with all of you. It's always
Perfect.
great.
Well, it's great because we're just live. We just went live, Elizabeth. So welcome to our Facebook Live episode with Elizabeth Moses. Um, Hold on, I think that's my child coming in. Sorry. The perks of working from home, Adam was just barging into the room. Well, Elizabeth Moses, you're one of my role models, and I've been so fortunate to watch your career journey flourish. For those that are just tuning in, Elizabeth Moses is a general machinist at Windsor Mold. Her and I met each other when she first started the pre-apprenticeship training program at Clair College. And Elizabeth has played a significant role in being a phenomenal role model to so many young women, not just in Windsor, Essex, but across Canada. And today she's going to be sharing her career journey with us and letting us know some of the tips and advice that she has for other young women considering a career pathway in the skill trade. So again, welcome to our Facebook Live episode, Elizabeth.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm so grateful to be here today.
Wonderful, wonderful. So why don't we start off with what made you decide to go into the manufacturing sector and become a general machinist?
Well, what made me really decide to become a machinist and go and join manufacturing was when I was in high school. I was a part of the FIRST Robotics team. And for me, I was able to learn how robots were built, and I had that experience of being able to work with the team. And we built a few different robots over the years. And when I finished high school in grade 12, I was trying to decide what I wanted to pursue. And I saw the pre-apprenticeship program at Clair College, and I decided to jump right in and apply as well. And that's where I met you, as you said before. And the first, I went 4 months. I was at Clair, and I went to some training, and then I started working at Windsor Mold in 2017. So I've been there for 3 years now, and I'm really happy to work there. It's a great company. I'm so grateful to have such great mentors there, and I really enjoy working there as well, and it's been a great experience.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit more about the pre-apprenticeship program. What was it like to go through that program? How much did you have to pay for the program? And how did it lead you to Windsor Mold?
Well, the pre-apprenticeship program at Clair College is free, and there's no cost to it at all. So your textbooks are free. You get a free toolbox of all these amazing tools as well. And your textbooks, your tuition is free. It's an amazing program. It's 4 months, only 4 months of your life that it takes for you to learn about the pre-apprenticeship program. And then it gives you 3 options to whether you want to become a machinist, a tool and die maker, or a mold maker in industry. So I think it's an incredible program because we get to do hands-on training. We learn how machines run. We learned about all the different aspects of operating machines and things like that too, and what our industry has to offer. It's only 4 months of your life it takes, and you have nothing to lose. It is such a phenomenal program.
And that's a great way to highlight what the pre-apprenticeship training program offers. And both Clair College and Women's Enterprise Skills Training of Windsor both offer the pre-apprenticeship training program. Women's Enterprise Skills Training of Windsor has one only for women, and then Clair College has it for both men and women. And it's a great opportunity for those that are seeking a job or seeking training to really get your foot in the door into the skilled trades, because not only do you go through the free 4 months of training within the school curriculum, then you go through a job fair, and you are one of the people that Windsor Mold hired on the spot. They actually had job offers that evening once you left the job fair to say that they were interested in hiring you as an apprentice. So for those that are just tuning in, the pre-apprenticeship pathway is a great gateway for an entrance for those that are unsure of what career path they want to pursue, but are interested in working with their hands. So definitely check out Clair College's website and Women's Enterprise Skills Training of Windsor, because you can end up like Elizabeth Moses 3 years later, working in the field and really enjoying what you do. So how has it been working at Windsor Mold, and what does a day in the life look like for Elizabeth?
Well, it's been awesome. And a day in a life of work at Windsor Mold. I start my machine every day at around 7 o'clock. I get all the machines up and running, and then we get prints too as well, designs for all the parts that we have to make throughout the day. And for me, I really just love being able to bring every design to life. That's what I really enjoy about working there. It's that there's such great individuals that work there. There's a few people that have helped me along the way. There's Nick. I've been able to work with another woman too throughout this career. Her name is Heather. And honestly, I'm so grateful to have to be able to work in such a supportive environment and have people support me along the way and help me grow as well through my apprenticeship program. And I've been able to work in different departments and learn how all the molds are built. So molds are just plastic. Components that we make, and we usually work for the auto industry. So we make all your lighting and your dashboards, and it's so incredible to see everything in front of you and everything moving, and to be able to have that every day. It's such an incredible experience. I can tell you that.
So we just had a question come in from Anne Elizabeth, and she's asking, what 2 pieces of advice would you give to young women in high school in terms of their interests and aptitudes they should have to go into the trades? So you touched on your experience in FIRST Robotics. How did that pave the way for you to want to go into the skill trades?
Well, I think it really paved the way for me wanting to go into skill trades because I was able to learn how to use some tools as well, like how to use tools and how to work with machines. So it gave me a little bit of experience, and having that experience in high school really does help me with my math. So math is very critical in the trade, as well as it helps you with the problem solving skills, because when we're at competitions and the robot breaks, you got to fix it. So it really helps you with your problem skills, your math skills. I'm telling you, it's such a phenomenal, it's such a great program, and it's amazing to be part of too as well. And I believe, in high school, I suggest young women should pursue STEM and math. Math is such a critical aspect of the trade, and that's what you really need to have to be able to pursue this career.
What surprised you most about the trades when you entered the field?
I think what surprised me the most when I entered the field is like how many different routes there is to take. Because you could start in one position and you could be working, like I could work on the floor as a machinist, but I can also work in, there's programming, there's different parts of machining, there's different parts in my career too as well. One day I can be an engineer if I want to as well. So there's so many different pathways that you can pursue too. And I'm just so surprised. And also it's not all dirty as well. That's what I wanted to tell people too, because we do have machines where there's programmers, people that do write the programs for all the machines to operate. And also, as well, like through my career, I've learned that there's so many different opportunities are available. That's what I want to tell you too as well.
And that's really interesting because every person that I've interviewed in a different trade has talked about the different pathways that once you enter the trade that you can move into, and the opportunities it opens up for you to explore many different skills, many different opportunities, and the professional development path that it really opens for individuals in the skilled trades. What is one piece of advice that you have for young women that may not feel comfortable working with tools or have never had any exposure to the skill trades or working with their hands? How can they start building that confidence so that they can even consider this as an option?
Well, I suggest that you take a woodworking class or construction class in high school, so then you could be able to start learning about the different tools out there and all the different careers, and be able to work with your hands and have that hands-on experience too, and that training. And you could just start from there, and then you could see whether you enjoy that or you want to pursue a different career. And that's a great place to start. It's in high school. It's with OYAP. It's with those programs that really help you see about the different careers that are out there.
Thank you so much for highlighting the OYAP program. And for those that are tuning in, it's the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, which is really where the Build a Dream initiative started in partnership with the OYAP program, recognizing that young women are actually not accessing this amazing opportunity to test out a career, and in certain cases, get their level 1 apprenticeship in high school so that as soon as they graduate, they go right into the workforce. And so recognizing that the underrepresentation of young women considering the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program was happening happening in our local community, we launched Build a Dream to invite both parents and their daughters to come learn about these career pathways and start as early as grade 10 going into the co-op program and then registering for the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program to start your skill trades. So as Elizabeth mentioned, high school is such a great time to explore these different career avenues without taking much financial risk or even risk of time, because the worst that can happen is that you decide that you're not interested in that field, and then you could start just exploring new and different career pathways. And Elizabeth is a great example of someone that's really gotten involved since entering the trade and has really built a great platform for women in the trades and has traveled across Canada. So my next question for you, Elizabeth, is tell me the role that you've played as a female trailblazer for the skill trades.
Well, I've been very fortunate to be able to work with you over the years and be able to share my experience and share my journey in that story as well. But as in the community, I do volunteer my time by talking to young women or women that want to that are interested in finding out about what the trades are, and as well as from tutoring students that are in the apprenticeship program that through math and through design, because I really want them to be successful, and I do want women to be successful in this career and and succeed as well. And just to be able to just share that experience and meet more women really is an empowering experience. And just having that time to hear their stories and be able to connect with them, it really does inspire me to do the work that I do every day, and it does push me as well throughout my apprenticeship. And I'm so grateful for that, and to be able to meet so many great people such as yourself and Build a Dream, and through the community, all the women that are young women and as well as women that are working the trades.
Elizabeth, we're all very fortunate to have you not only enter the skill trades, but use the experience that you're gaining to pay it forward and to share it not just with young women in Windsor, but across Canada. So tell me about some of the places that you've traveled and some of the groups that you've talked to encourage them to consider the skill trades as an excellent pathway for them to have a thriving career.
Well, I'm very lucky. I went to Quebec. I've been in Montreal, and I've also been to Alberta as well. And I've been through different cities in Ontario, so I've been able to meet a lot of great organizations too, and be able to share that through the Canadian Apprenticeship Forum, with West out in BC, the Canadian Apprenticeship Forum, with so many, just with you as well through Build a Dream, and be able to speak on the panel across different cities. It's been an amazing experience. I can just say that.
What's been the highlight of being able to use your story to inspire other young women to consider the skilled trades? What's one story that kind of sticks out in your mind as something that really inspires you or motivates you?
What really sticks to that inspires me to continue is just that I know that all the things that we're doing right now and all the effort that we're putting into the trades is going to make a change for the future and help women really be successful in their careers. And just knowing that your efforts really will impact the future as well, and being able to just be able to share that story and meet women as well that are in the same pathway, and just listening to their stories as well. That's something that's really has impact. It has really made a difference in my life, and really just ensures me that this is the right pathway. And what our work and the effort that we're doing is really important to make a difference for women.
And your employer, Windsor Mold, has played a critical role in inspiring and encouraging more companies to diversify their workforce. They've been at Build a Dream since day one. They've partnered with the Pre-apprenticeship training program. They're one of those employers that are very progressive in investing in the talent in youth, and also in the value and importance of getting more women into the industry. What do you feel makes them an employer of choice based on your experience working at Windsor Mold?
I believe they're an employer of choice because when I joined the workforce, I didn't have any experience, and for me, they always are willing to listen, and they're willing to help me along the way and give me the support that I need throughout my apprenticeship. So they helped me even with my education. I went to school. They covered all my expenses, and I've been able now to finish my schooling at St. Clair too as well. And anything that I need, they even offer such. They help me with the training too. With anything that I need, I know I have the support, and I'm able to talk with the HRs there, talk with the management, and really be able ask them about different departments, different things that I would want to experience, and they allow me to have that experience. That's what I really love about working there. They're willing to listen, and that's what is really important about having an employer that's willing to help you along the way, listen to you, and as well as to be able to give you different experience throughout your apprenticeship to grow as an individual in your career.
And that's very true. Like, I've worked very closely with Karen Spears, who's the human resource manager at Windsor Mold, and she has really opened the doors not only for you to succeed within Windsor Mold, but also has allowed us to share your story as we travel across the province, and is very supportive of you getting involved with Build a Dream and sitting on our panel. So it's been really great for us to have that industry partnership and support, and seeing someone as young as you are thriving in the skilled trades and then using your voice to recruit more youth into the trades. So how much student debt do you currently have?
Zero.
What?
Zero.
Okay, so you're telling me you graduated from high school, went into training, you're in your career pathway that seems to be opening up so many doors, and you have zero student debt.
I have zero student debt. So I have zero student debt, and I am so grateful for that. I'm so happy for that too as well.
And you're making money.
Yeah, I'm making great money too. Like throughout the years too as well. You know, through my raises, I'm so happy. Zero debt. I'm making great money. I'm able to buy whatever I want in my life. I have so much independence, and that's what I really love about being a tradeswoman, is having that in my career.
What else do you love about being a tradeswoman? So financial independence was one thing, the different opportunities the doors that it opens for you. What else makes you proud to be a tradeswoman?
What makes me proud is that just being able to hear people encourage, just be able to have that support too as well. Like when I'm in the shop floor and I'm working and someone comes up to me and they see me working on the floor, they come to me like, wow, I'm so happy to have another woman here. Just be able to see you working this career, and just having that support and having people encourage me along the way. That's what really makes me proud to be a tradesperson, to show that women can do the job. We can do anything too as well. And we're more than willing to do the job, and we just need the opportunity, and we will thrive.
Amazing. And you know what, Elizabeth, I want you to share with us how much you've thrived in your life, because I know you've shared in the past, and we actually wrote a story about it, which is going to be launching soon, called Imagine the Possibilities. And Elizabeth is our main character in there. Tell me about what brought you to Canada.
Well, what brought me to Canada? My parents brought me here, and I'm very grateful to them, because I was born in a refugee camp in Ethiopia. My parents are originally from South Sudan, so when the war did break out, they brought me here when I was 5, and I was able to get an education and escape war and poverty. And my mom and my father, and I'm so happy, I'm so grateful to my parents for making that sacrifice to bring me to this country and to have an opportunity to get an education and to be as a woman and have a career and have an amazing future too.
You are so inspiring, Elizabeth. For you to have gone through what you've gone through with your family, to have immigrated to Canada, and to have used every opportunity for you to succeed in your pathway and succeed in the community, and then also now give back to the community, is just really speaks volumes of the character and the potential that you have to really make a significant difference across Canada. And I had the chance and privilege to sit down with your parents at your graduation and your family, and I could just see how proud they were of you. And it's those moments that I encourage everyone that's tuning in, listening to your story, to really embrace what diversity brings, not only to the workforce, but into communities. You and your family immigrated to Canada and have now contributed in so many ways to making Canada a stronger, better place for all. So I just want to thank you for that. And I can't wait for us to launch our storybook, written by Sherilyn Colivay, and illustrated by Ainsley Aura and Aura. And it really helps highlight the different pathways in the manufacturing sector by using Elizabeth Moses as the role model. I've been really proud to see you highlighted and promoted with other organizations. What were some of the local organizations that you worked with recently that are looking to encourage more youth to enter the skilled trades?
Well, I've been working with West, and I've been working with FIRST Robotics here to promote that and really encourage them to join STEM and trades, and just to be able to encouraging students in our community to join those different skill sectors and learn about those different career pathways as well.
And you were recently featured on Kojiko?
I was featured on Kojiko recently, and I'm so grateful for that. And I was able to talk with Marlene Corey and share my experience and share my story, and as well as talk about Build a Dream and talk about our community and the different opportunities that are available to students.
And the Windsor Economic Development Corporation also promoted you and highlighted you.
Yeah, I have a lot of support in the community, and honestly, this is why it's so great to be part of Windsor Essex, because they really want women to thrive, and they want women to be successful, and they want to show the different careers that are available. And it's been an amazing experience to have so much support from everybody, and as well from you and Build a Dream and being part of that journey too.
Well, and I'm going to brag on your behalf, because you were recently a recipient of a very amazing award presented by St. Clair College. Can you tell us what that award is?
It's the St. Clair Alumni Distinction Award. So this Alumni Award too as well is it's given to distinguished alumni throughout the years in different sectors. So I won for the technology there, and I'll be able to share my story on the St. Clair website, as well as I'll be, hopefully, if things do improve, I'll be speaking at a graduation to students that are graduating from St. Clair College and that were sitting in the same pathway that I was sitting in a year ago. It's so surreal to be able to just to be able to share my experience and share my journey. And it's thinking about it was just a year ago. That's what really is crazy about it. It's just that I was just there a year ago at the college, and now I'm just sharing my story too as well. So it's amazing.
So, I mean, let's recap. So you're a general machinist at Windsor Mold. You were involved in FIRST Robotics. And since becoming a machinist, you've traveled across Canada speaking to other young women about the opportunities in the skilled trades. You've been the recipient of awards recognizing your efforts in being a strong role model for communities. You've been featured in videos. You've been featured on TV. You've been featured in articles. You're about to be featured in a children's book. This is no coincidence of the opportunities that have been open and provided to you. And it speaks volumes of the steps you took to take on all these opportunities. So what advice do you have for young women when it comes to community involvement and really putting themselves out there and encouraging them to be able to reach their potential, similarly to how you've been able to reach your goals?
Well, I would like to tell them is that you need to connect with your community. You need to find the mentors that are out there and just talk with them and learn about their experiences, the challenges that they overcame as well. And I have so many great mentors here that do support me through my career and allow me to grow and be able to find different opportunities, to be able to discover different community, like just have different opportunities in life, and that are willing to support me, like through Build a Dream. I have you as a mentor. You have given me so much opportunity to grow to as well, and to be able to share my experience, my journey. I've had Wes allow me to share that story and journey too as well. So just finding the different organizations within your career that do support women or do support different pathways that are willing to give you that support.
Who are some of your other mentors and the role that they've played in your career journey?
Well, I've had you. I've had as well. I have Sherry Lynn has been my mentor of mine too as well. She has been, she's been allowing me to be able to. I have Lynn from West, who has been a mentor of mine, and she has been allowing me to connect with the women there at the program now that are going through the same pathway that I was in a few years ago too. And as well from FIRST Robotics, I have the vice president there that's been a mentor of mine and has been giving me opportunities. So I have so many different women in my life that have supported my career and has supported my journey.
Mentorship seems to be a reoccurring theme, and it's something that I speak very highly of and encourage everyone to have a mentor and to have a few mentors, because it's allowed me to grow within my own career journey, and even has encouraged me to pay that forward and mentor other young women and other people in the community, because truly we learn from one another and we're able to help guide each other to take on the right path and to open doors of opportunities so that we can all succeed and climb together and move forward together. So I think that that's really important. And every person I keep speaking to, especially females in the industry, highlight the importance of having mentors guiding them through their journey. So thank you for sharing that. What are some of the challenges you face being a woman in the industry?
Some challenges, I would say, through my career. For one, is just when you start on the floor and you start in the shop too as well, you don't know a lot of people and you're just really trying to be able to have that experience. You have to really prove yourself and you have to really show people that, hey, I can do the job. So just being able to working through those challenges of just being like, sometimes you'll have to prove yourself several times. You'll have to, people sometimes underestimate your abilities, but you have to constantly reassure them that yes, I can do the job. Yes, I'm here. I am more than willing to do this, and I want to learn and I want to be successful. So just just standing there and just saying to them that you want this, and just showing them too as well, like, yes, I can do this, yes, I will do this, and just ensuring them that you are the right person for the job and the right fit too. And that's something.
Yeah, and every time I ask this question, and it's not scripted because I don't really give you guys the questions ahead of time because I really want it to be a conversation. So many female tradeswomen talk about how they often have to show their skill set time and time again, and maybe work twice as hard on the shop floor or in the field to be taken as seriously, and prove that they have the skills and the experience and the ability to do the job similarly to their male colleagues. So what advice do you have for companies that are tuning in that either are looking to recruit more women in the industry or are struggling to recruit women in the industry? How could they play a stronger role in getting more women into the industry and then retaining them based on your experience?
How they could do that, I believe, if they as well as just look at when they're recruiting women to the field and they're hiring for the first time in the job, a lot choose a mentor that is happy to help women, that wants to support them through their career too as well. So you want to pair someone up that is, or with another woman too, pairing someone that is an ally to them, that's going to be a mentor, that wants to help them, that wants women to be successful, and that will allow them to excel too. And having that support along the way, because support is what really is going to help women, knowing that they have the support in the workplace when they get there and throughout their career to be successful and be able to overcome so many different challenges, and listening to their concerns and some of the things that they're going through and experiencing in their career is really important too, and allowing them to be able to, like, because there's women, we also have different challenges that we'll face that some men won't, but listening to those challenges and listen to our concerns and trying to address those, that's really going to help us be successful.
What would be some of those challenges you feel that women particularly do face in the industry that's different?
Well, some of the challenges would be, like, for instance, like, we just need to be supported when we have, for instance, having a family too. Like, as everyone has a family. Women, we need to be able to have a career and be able to support our kids. So we need to take a day off. And I've seen so many great companies that have allowed that. Like, hey, I need to take my children to the doctors, and I have things to attend to as well for my job. And having that, allowing them to have time, being able to give them different shifts if they need that, to be able to support their kids and their lives too. That's something that companies need to be able to do so for women to be successful, and that's something too.
That it's so wise that you have identified that at such a young age. And it's something that, as a new mom, I mean, I have a 2-year-old at home, as you know, And I have a very supportive husband, and we still struggle when Adam gets sick and we both have important meetings to attend that day at work, or we both have other priorities that we've committed to. And it's really negotiating who could miss what meeting or a full work day to be a caregiver. And I often say, I can't even imagine families, parents, single mothers, single fathers that are going through that and don't have an employer that supports them being able to take off work to go pick up their child from daycare. Because if your child gets sick in daycare, you have to go pick them up, and you have to take them to the doctor. So I think that really encouraging companies to create family policies, family welcoming environments, because what we're going to begin to see is that it's a shared workload. And we're moving towards that, is that both the father and the mom may need to take off work, and having that balance and having the employer that's very aware of that is going to be very important. But we do know now women take on most of the burden of caregiving. So ensuring that their jobs are not at risk because they have to go pick up their child. I know there was another woman that went through the skilled trades program through West. She was one of our first participants, and I've been following her career journey for 4 years now, almost 5 actually. And she's a single mom, and she was the first one hired. She was recruited from LinkedIn, and she was the first woman that her company hired. And they put a female washroom on the shop floor because they didn't even have a female washroom at the time. Anyways, she's talked about how supportive her company has been in allowing her to leave work to go pick up her daughter, because she's the sole giver. And when her daughter gets sick at daycare, she has to go pick them up. And she talks often about if her employer was not as supportive as they were, she would have left the industry. And I think that is such a great example of progressive employers really looking at the long-term commitment we need to all make to ensuring both men and women succeed in these industries, especially in the skilled trades, since there's such a tremendous shortage. So I really appreciate you sharing that feedback, especially since right now you don't have kids and you're not experiencing it, but you're wise enough to know that that's so important for companies to create those types of environments. What are some of the other perks of working in the trades that you found over the years?
Is that one perk, I believe, would be you're able to transition these skills into your life. Like, you're able to, for instance, you can use different tools. If I wanted to build something in my home, I can build that. If I wanted to build a bookshelf, I can build a bookshelf anytime. I'll just have to rent out the tools, get the materials, but I'm able to understand how things come together structurally wise. And that's really incredible.
So listen, after COVID-19, we're going to go get the tools we need and the material we need, because I need a bookshelf in my house, and you're going to show me how to build it.
Alrighty then, I'm more than happy to help you. Yeah,
everyone that's tuning in heard you say it, so we're gonna have to follow up. We'll follow up with a do-it-yourself project, and you'll walk us through how to build. Because I truly do need a bookshelf, and it would be great to build my own bookshelf and learn from you, because I know that's something that I often wish I knew when I was in high school. I wish people encouraged me to learn a trade, because it's a lifelong skill that you'll be able to carry forward for forever. And I could have built my own bookshelf. I could have built my closets. It took me forever. And then we finally went to IKEA and then paid someone to come put it together. So
exactly, you could just do it yourself.
Someone like you could do it yourself.
Yeah. And another thing is, another thing I want to mention is that you don't have to pay other people. Like, you can get, if you have, let's say you understand how cars come together, you can fix your own car. And there's so many different things that you can fix in your house. Whether you're an electrician, you can wire your own home. You save so much money just being able to work in a trade. It's so incredible.
It's so true. And just to preface, we're not encouraging people to wire their own home or to fix their own car unless you're licensed to do that and you have your trade license. We don't want disasters happening. But you touch on such a great point. It's a life skill. And one thing I would love to see happening is introduction to the trades becomes a course that all students take, because changing your tire or your oil, or building minor things or fixing minor things in the home should be a practical skill we all have, because it not only can save us money, but gives you great pride knowing that you're able to do those life skills. So listen, Elizabeth, I can talk to you forever, and we've had long car rides talking about so many different things. I just want to thank you for joining me on Facebook Live, sharing your career journey with us, and all your phenomenal advice that you continue to give wholeheartedly. For those that are tuning in, just watch this young woman flourish and really use her journey and her success to uplift and build more female leaders to consider not only the skilled trades, but to also encourage them to have a voice that is going to inspire future generations to make a difference. And I think that that's something that I'm very proud of you for, is that you used your voice to create great goodness in this world. And I'm so grateful to know you, and so grateful that Build a Dream has an ambassador like you promoting the skilled trades and encouraging other young women to follow in your footsteps. So for those that are tuning in, we're going to add all the videos that Elizabeth was featured in. We're going to be launching our children's books shortly. And then we're also going to add different links to some of the programs that we highlighted, like the Pre-apprenticeship training program at Women's Enterprise Skills Training of Windsor and St. Clair College. But on behalf of the Dream Team, Elizabeth, I just want to wholeheartedly thank you for continuing to share your story and using your voice to inspire others to succeed.
And I'd like to thank you too as well, Nour. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart too as well. And I'm so grateful to be part of this team, and I'm so happy to be able to work with you and the Dream Team. So thank you everybody as well for tuning in and learning more about the trades.
Perfect. And we'll definitely be having Elizabeth back for more conversations about other pathways that you could take within the skill trades and the different advantages that youth can have if they explore this as an opportunity and an avenue for them to pursue a career in the industry. So thank you again, and can't wait to see you guys all again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Bye.